Well, speaking of, that pack's pretty absurd. This ram, sneak, payment, inheritance, get to the point, 2 gates. Even the common, there's like literally 15 playables in that pack. 15 cards you'd be happy to play in your main deck. That's probably like the most stacked pack I've opened. Adjust screen. There's only open the gates you can't see. You can see all the picks. Can't really adjust screen anyways. I mean, I could do that. Doesn't seem great. Get to the point. Oh yeah, it's get the point. Yeah. The red uncommons are pretty good. They're not like amazing or anything, but they're definitely they're good. Oligarch is good. Skur is good. I'm just taking Oligarch because of my first pick. I think Orzhov is good too. I like Orzhov a lot. It's pretty close. Spirit of the Spire is good. Orzhov Gilgate is good. Best card in the pack is probably Hybrid. Orzhov has a lot of 4-drops. NF Kaya's Wrath. And that card doesn't combo, is you kind of want more Afterlife once you have Kaya's Wrath. I could actually see taking Orzhov Gilgate over Spirit of the Spires. Is that awful? Is that a good pick? Taking Gilgate over Spirit of the Spires? Is Drillbit playable? Yeah, Drillbit is very playable. I don't think you should main deck it, but it's fine if you have to, if you need a place of filler, I think. Yeah. I mean, Spirit of the Spire is like pretty reasonable. Tim says it's the power level of 2 free flyer. Yeah, I mean, giving +0/+1 to your flyers is kind of nice. I think this card's pretty bad, right? I'm not sure what's better in Orzhov. I think Messenger is probably better in Orzhov, but Summer's Judgment is just super solid overall. I think that's a pretty close pick, actually. Let's see what people like. Everyone just takes Summary. Okay. Seems like we have a consensus. Alright, this pack is stacked. Just pick 5 and this is like first pick material, first pick. I mean, first pick, first back is kind of rough to take, but I think it's pretty. Like second pick material, second pick, second pick. Yeah, maybe it's not that stacked, but I mean, Obv the nuts. Watchdog's not very good. It probably gets a bit better once you have Kaya's Wrath, but this card's not very good either. Just gonna take a Gilgate, pretty straightforward. This is kind of interesting. It's pretty late Renhorn, for sure. I think Bring to Trial is reasonable. I think Azorius Gilgate is good too. I think I'm actually gonna take Gilgate. Because this is typically the kind of deck where I'm gonna want to splash like Sphinx's Insight, cards like that. Pretty bad pack for everyone. Just take an Officer. It's pretty late Inheritance. Inheritance is good. Panther's pretty good too. I think Inheritance is harder to get than Panther. That's kind of a tough pick. I don't think I'm a very big fan of Plague White, and Plague White's not. I don't really gonna have a beatdown deck, so I don't want to take Plague White. I'd rather take just Azorius Gilgate in case I end up slashing blue. I take a Locket here. I think Plague White is very good in red black, and probably pretty mediocre in white black. This is a Tome of the Guild Pack deck. Nice, I like you calling my rares. It usually works too. Tome of the Guild Pack is a 5-mana artifact. Makes any color of mana and you draw a card when you cast a gold card. Consign to the pits. Never know. I actually haven't played the Sewer King yet. The Croc. Feels bad. Maybe it's a good sideboard card. Maybe it's a good sideboard card against red-green. Dude, it's just like... It's so weird. It really is just so weird. Alright, so what should I take? The Pontiff is kind of unbeatable. And it's good with Kaya's Wrath. Pontiff's probably just a better pick. Yeah. But that was just so weird. Oh man. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? Something like that. What's the pick here? Should I take Get the Point or Gilgate? I don't think I want one of the stupid 2-drops. I mean, I have no blue cards to splash. So I don't know if I should keep taking those stupid Gilgates for no reason. Get the Point, yeah. Alright. Perhaps pretty mediocre, except for... I mean, there's some good cards, but... I think Oligarch's legit the best card in the pack anyways. So, kind of happy. Wow. We did it. It's not the best of the gold cards. Might actually be the worst. Maybe the red-green one is worse? I don't know. I think Mystic is probably number 1. I think it goes Mystic. The blue-green one. The red-black one. The blue-white one. The red-green one and the white-black one? Does that sound reasonable? Okay, this is like a glorified oligarch, or even worse sometimes, so I'm just taking my first final payment. Chances of that tome wheeling? It's possible. It's not like tome is amazing or anything. Alright. I'm actually kind of somewhat low on playable, so I'm considering Knight of Sorrows, but Sphinx Insight would be just amazing in this deck. I think I'd take the Sphinx Insights for now. Wow. Jeez. I mean, both these cards are ridiculous. I'm just going to take the removal, though. This card I'm happy to play, too. These 2 cards in Orzhov, not so much. Wow, our deck's just on par to be a 10 out of 10. I guess I would need like Ethereal Absolution or something. Anyone wants to tell me I'm going to open Ethereal Absolution right now, so... I'll take the Knight, I guess. I don't know, I feel like I never played an Imp and it's not that bad. Kind of like Knight of Sorrow in my deck, but... like Imp is, I don't know. I never take the Imp and then I'm like, well, I don't know if it's good or not because I never pick it. These 2-drops are pretty bad. I'd say, I mean, Embrace is pretty bad as well, I guess. I'll take the Embrace for my sideboard, and I already have 1 consigned to the pit. Watchdog. Watchdog's just bad. But 2 consign? This could be a 2 consign type of deck. Just super grindy. I mean, that card's so bad, but you never know. Watchdog is a good sideboard card against Ragdos. Fair. Play a 3rd Signet. I think 3 Signets is a lot. Even 2 sometimes is a lot, but yeah. Well, if you called, I don't know why you would ever call that card, but if you did, you were right. Alright, that pack is awful. Pack's legit awful. Take Ragdos Gilgate if I want to play my Get the Point. I could also take Sphinx of the Gil pack. It's fine. Haven't been impressed. Thought it was better than it was. I think I also misread it at first. I thought it was like protection from monocolored or something. Yeah, am I gonna play Get the Point though? Like with these 3 cards, I really don't want to splash red unless I get, like, I have what, 1 Rakdos Guildgate or 0 so far? I have 0. Yeah, I'm never gonna play red, I think. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take the Sphinx, but it's honestly kind of whatever. That's a close one. I have 2 Ors of Guildgate. Could take Summary Judgment, or I could take another Guildgate. I don't think I would take Binding. Also, another thing is that Binding is a non-bow, as all the pacifists are pretty bad when you have Consume, or they get worse anyways. Judgment too good. Judgment is very good. It's much better in blue-white. I could use a 3rd Guildgate though. Let's see, let's trim a bit. Let's see if ideally I don't want to play these cards. Like if you board out, like if you take out like cards I don't really want to have to play, I'm down to 13 playables. Alright, I'll just take Judgment. Orzhov Enforcer. What's better, Orzhov Enforcer or Oligarch? It seems like Orzhov Enforcer has to be much better, but I'm actually not sure. I think it is though. It has to be. Yeah. That's a late ascendancy. Just take a Vamp. Not bad. Not great. Curve play. Inheritance. Inheritance seems pretty good in my deck with Rafts too and stuff. Don't want already talking about that guy in this deck. 3rd Inheritance. That's a good splash card too. That plus 2 Belhan seems like such a nightmare to play against. But yeah, I mean, if I didn't have to like hold the white black card, I would be more inclined to play a few mountains and splash. But I mean, Inheritance just a good card. Clear up the stage. I still have no 4 power dudes, an Imp, a Caracal, a bunch of cards I'm not gonna play. I'll take Imp. Ooh. Wow, 2nd Carnage, jeez. Vindictive Vamp is very good usually in white-black, but I don't have the best Vindictive Vamp deck. Was there an argument to take Circle a couple picks ago? Oh yeah, I could have considered the Circle. The 2-drop. I have a lot of 2s already, and that 2-drop's pretty bad, honestly, I think. Maybe I'm gonna take Vindictive Vamp. Screaming Shield sideboards? Oh no. Alright, I got another one. I'll probably play it. I could just play Scrowling Claws. Do you need a target to cycle it? So exile, yeah, you need. Yeah, I think my deck is good, but I felt like the 3rd pack was maybe that tiny bit underwhelming. I haven't played Scrowling Claws yet. I wish I'd gotten more Sphinx Insights. I'd have definitely splashed. I guess I only have 2 Guildgates. I think these 20 cards these 19 cards I'm definitely playing Vindictive Vamp. Whenever another creature you control dies, I have no creatures in my deck. Kinda wanna play Officer. I kinda wanna play Officer. I kind of want to play Knight of Sorrows. And then the last couple of cards, I'm not too sure. Is it Vamp better than Knight of Sorrows? Unclear. I do have like 3 Inheritance plus the Vamp. It starts to add up. But I have 10 creatures in my deck right now. And only 4 have Afterlife. Croc is better than Knight. Is it? There's no way. Watchful Giant is better than Knight of Swords. I don't know. I have Kaya's Wrath. Afterlife is good in my deck. Vamp is not ready for curve. I could play... But then if you play too many crappy 2-drops, you just lose, because you just draw all your crappy 2-drops, and it's kind of tough to make up for it. I don't know, definitely having a good curve is... Honestly, maybe Arrestor's Zeal is good in my deck. Maybe Arrestor's Zeal is better than some of the other cards. I could also just play a second Consign to Pit. Alright, I don't want to play one of my 4s. I think I want to play 2 of these free cards. I am playing 2 Lockets, it's true, 19 mana sources, so I could just go like... What's better, Consign to the Pit or Sphinx of the Guild Pact? I mean, or Watchful Giant. Alright, fine. Maybe I can play the Knight and the Crocodile. They can fight hand in hand. I'll play both. This way we can draw them more and see which one's better. I think I'll do that. I don't want 2 6-drops. Giant over Sphinx, really? I think the Sphinx has been serviceable. But maybe not. Maybe it was in Seal that was good for me. Sphinx is overrated? No, I think Sphinx is properly rated. It's like mediocre cards. Giant blocks Riot Guys better. Alright, I'll do Giants. Yeah, I guess I have to build a deck with Inheritance in mind. That's a good point. Like, being aggressive with an Inheritance is good. Being defensive, like, an Inheritance kind of always good. One more white. Sure, why not? Alright, let's roll. Hey, Gabe. How highly do you value ill-gotten... That's the question I get the most. How highly do you value ill-gotten inheritance? I think it's just because it's like not a creature. It's like a weird card. It's like you're paying 4 mana for something that's not a creature. Basically, the way I see it is just a 4-drop in my book. Just like, you know, if you need 4-drop, it's a good 4-drop, basically. You should see it as... You know, maybe not a ranks power level, but it's like good common 4-drop power level. I don't think there's a... I don't know if they go... If the more you get, the better it is, or the more you get, the worse they get. Yeah, 4 mana unblockable 1/1 power lifelinker, kind of indestructible. Then you can sack it. Yeah, probably the more you get, the worse they get. The first one's better than the second one. It's better than the third one. And basically, I would only play, you know... I could see playing 4 or 5 if it was my only 4-drop, but it would probably be pretty... I think 3 is probably the, like... max you want to play. They probably start getting worse. Because then there's also the part when you want to sack it for 6. That's like a huge part of the card for sure. So even the third one might be sketchy. I don't think I would want to play more than 3, really. Tim, you think some decks love 4? I mean, I could see... It's a card that gets better when the lower your curve is, I guess. Because then if it's the top end of your curve, you're just... You know you're going to have nothing to do with the 6 mana and stuff. See, I think I kind of wish I had a 2-1 in this spot. Just because I have 2 inheritance and I'm going to be racing. I'll try and keep track. Obviously you need kind of a large sample size. But, oh, look at Mr. Constructed over there. Are you kidding me? Jeez. Yeah, I might legit lose this game because I have a 1-2 and not a 2-1. We'll see. Also, if I don't draw a 5th land on curve, I'm gonna lose this game. What does that card do? What, that one? It's pretty busted. It's like a tome. It's better than a tome. It's basically a one-sided hauling line. Oh, that was huge. I think that's the right play, just because it blocks the Plague White. I really need them to not have a removal spell for my flyer, because that's my way of getting ahead. Immolation Shaman. Dead Rebels. Pretty happy with that trade, I don't know. Get an extra flyer in play. Death Touch, 3-2, blah blah blah. I could have consigned the Death Toucher to the pit. Well, that seems kind of bad. I think I'm gonna lose this game. I think I'm probably gonna fall short and like the card advantage is gonna get me. But we'll see. I think I just want more flyers, right? To get back 2 dudes, but what is that guy doing for me? I think I'm fine with that. Yeah, I mean, they have a flying problem. Should I consign to the pit just for the 2 damage? Probably not. Getting another 1-1 flying is good. Yeah, I mean, they're just drawing a bunch of good cards, but nothing that can deal with the flyers. Can I just drain? I can, but I'll lose 1 damage on my upkeep. Playing the Oligarch seems really good. And it just scooped. Alright, I need a quick break. Alright. Consigned to the pit seems pretty bad. Imp seems kind of decent against Dead Revels. Consigned to the pit. Did I see anything? No, nothing worth consigning. Plus they're gonna play first, they're gonna be a bit faster. Maybe Vindictive Vamp's pretty good. Vamp for a Locket. Kind of like Locket, I feel like the games could go long. think Vindictive Vamp is good in this matchup, yeah. I could honestly see cutting an Inheritance on the draw against a very aggressive deck. Board out Final Payment. It's like getting fancy territory, boarding out Final Payment. I could see it. I could see boarding out Final Payment, actually. Oh fuck, I have 1 second left? Alright, I'll do it. Forgot I took a break. Forgot I took like a 1 minute break, so I had like almost no time left on my clock. 2-drops that gains life. I could have brought in the 2-drop that gains life. I don't know, I have a strong dislike for that card for some reason. Not entirely sure why. Alright, this is kind of rough to keep 5 land card, but I have some quality cards at least. Oh, they let me play first? I'm not a fan of Soul Sisters in Modern, like the worst deck in Modern. No, I'm not a fan. Coming from someone who did pretty well was Martyr of the Sands. I think you just attack here. I might get, you know, they might have a removal, and then I traded 1 damage for 4 damage, but what's my draw? I don't mind being a bit aggressive, see what happens. There's not that many cards that deal with Spellhound. What do they have? Just trying to trigger something? I mean, obviously they have something. Oh, the 2/3 that deals 1 to everything, maybe? Skewer, wow. Just a little casual 3/1. I'll take it. Alright, they're making up. They're making up for it. I'm attacking. I doubt they're going to attack Blade Juggler into my 1/2. And I think I don't mind trading Knight for a Blade Juggler. They might have... Might be a game where you actually cast Consecrate. If I get it in response to Dead Revels on the Blade Juggler, it might actually be much better value to Consecrate. Definitely playing the Officer. More damage. I also get to keep Consecrate up if they do indeed have Dead Revels. I think if they had Dead Revels, they would have played it last turn over Inheritance. Wait, did they have white? Did they have white in the first game? Had some okay draw steps. Oh yeah, I just realized. For all the times we draw land, this game I literally drew all spells. 5 spells in a row. Not bad. It's kind of brutal. Oh, wait, what? Oh, they cast it for 4. I hope that's not spewy. I could take a turn off. I could just play my own Inheritance and attack for 2. And then keep Consecrate up. But then they're gonna attack for 4. I could also just trade my Officer for 4/2. Alright, I'll just trade my Officer for 4/2. Oh yeah, Theater. I should have checked that first. Ugh. Yeah, maybe I should have tried to save. I guess that 3/2 is going to be obsolete really fast, but... What's the hurry? Yeah, that's the hurry. Freaking Theater of Horrors. Gonna own... Yeah, this game's looking kind of grim. Despite the fact that we drew all spells. It's something. Oh, little victories. Alright. Definitely needed that. I need to draw my flyer. Ah, perfect. Jeez. That was a beating. That was quite the beating. Yeah, I mean, I'm not supposed to beat Theater of Horrors. There's just no way. I did game one because I drew just flyers and they drew no removal. It was like perfect storm, but I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. I don't know if I have sideboard options or anything. Like you're gonna win, you just need to relax a bit and take it easy, dude. Just you don't have to type everything that goes through your mind. Boarding in my shields sounds literally awful. Just card disadvantage against their like 2-for-1 deck. It's not like they don't have any removal. I don't know. It pumps toughness too. 1 mana, free to equip, 2 to use. Maybe. I don't think that's the key, but I'll consider it. Do you think you need to draft enchantment removal for sideboard more aggressively? No, not really. Just normal. I mean, I don't think there's way more annoying enchantments than usual, right? Yeah, I might need the Sphinx in this matchup. They didn't play Get the Point right either game. I was thinking about that. These cards are literally awful. Scrawling Claws is actually kind of good against them. Is it though? It's just the one Dead Revels. Dead Revel is such a big part in the matchup, such a key card in the matchup. Probably just need to play more guys. Is it time? They have -2/-2. They have Skewer the Critics. Oh no, I got them pretty low this game. I don't think I'm gonna go Screaming Shield crazy. Yeah, 2 free survives -2/-2. Screaming Shield. Thanks, Edgar. Thanks, bud. I hope we win a PT. I think we should. Why no payment? Because they have like all crappy creatures that I don't really care about killing, but still like an efficient play. I like the Sphinx as a finisher. They do have the Edict, but the Edict shouldn't be very good against my deck. I think I just want to keep my deck fairly Just not do anything too crazy. I think Stalwart might be good. I think Inheritance kind of bad. It's like so slow. I kind of want more creatures. I think I actually want to play first, but I'm not sure. Well, maybe I'll let them play first. I don't know, I just feel like Inheritance. Not one of you. Oh, Kaya's Raft too. I think Kaya's Raft. Alright, I'll let them play first. I don't know. I don't know if I sideboarded well. Probably very unlikely that I sideboarded properly. I'm really missing the Dead Revels. Somehow we had a shot at like 12 Dead Revels last draft, and this draft's just 0. Two lands, let's go. Oh, nice. So what are they gonna play next turn? 2/2 Death Touch, probably. Meaning, I wanna play Enforcer. Playing second against Ragdos. Yeah, they have a very control-ish Ragdos deck. Should I go Bellhunt or lock it into Caracal? Lock it into Caracal makes a tiny bit more sense right now. They have a billion cards in hand. They probably have a bunch of extra lands. Alright, I'll do lock it into Caracal. It's worse line against -2/-2, but they play -2/-2. It's not the end of the world. It's like 2 cards for free. Looks like they have it. What else would they have to attack there? It's gotta be -2/-2. Ah, shut up. I shouldn't have played my land. That's kind of bad. Why, they're discarding a demon? Really? I guess I have to block here. They obviously have like either another demon or Dead Revels. Kind of screwed either way. Wait, what? Oh yeah, they got the token. I was like, drill bit. Oh, that was a good draw. I got a Grotesque Demise? What the hell? Their last card in hand is like Theater of Horrors or something. The last card in hand is either Theater of Horrors or Get Back 2 Guys. Probably Get Back 2 Guys. They completely own me. Yeah. I honestly consider just casting Consecrate on the Enforcer. But I don't know if that's a reasonable play. What else did I get? The demon, so I'm gonna have to discard a card next turn. Alright. I'm gonna actually sag this right now. I'm just gonna... I guess I'm gonna just take a step back and chill a bit. They're down to 1 card. It might be okay. Pontiff is not especially good against them. So I think the play is... I'll just play Crocodile for now. We're kind of on a timer though. Because Theater of Horrors is scary. I don't have anything to match it. I have like probably better cards on average, but They have some pretty nutty ones. I think they have more than one Rafter Demon, so I'm keeping that land in hand for now. Does that make sense to attack? Malaxi, I guess it's like Galaxy. Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you so much. Welcome to the sewer. All right, that's why they were attacking. I was like, why are they trading 1 damage for 1 damage? I'm fine with that. It's not like I need extra lands for anything. Oh, I messed up. Should have played Oligarch first and attack was the Pontiff. Oh well. We're in a pretty good spot. They're down to no cards in hand. For some reason, they want to be racing. Alright, that makes sense why they want to be racing. I get it now. Oh no, I don't really like my chances. Oh, Sphinx. Forgot about the Sphinx. Kind of like my chances now. Sideboard. The even better part is that we didn't see a single... Should I just be attacking with everyone here? Everyone but my 1/1 token? Or my 2/2 token? We'll see what happens. I think it's a good attack. Send the 2/2. I don't think sending the 2/2 just because you can sack it to the Pontiff is a good reason. Because then they like don't block the Pontiff and they block Imp on the 2/2 and I got see he didn't even block the Pontiff and he didn't block with the Imp. I would have gotten pretty owned. Those are dying. Those are dying. This is dying. This looks great. All right. Alright, we got there. The lockets were the key. Oh, extra 2 for 1. I also drew really well. I feel like I drew all my good cards. I guess watchful, yeah. I literally drew all my good cards, right? I guess Vindictive Vamp's pretty good in this matchup, and Thrall. But like, I didn't draw this guy, I didn't draw the Giant, I didn't draw 3/1 lifelink. That's pretty lucky. They chose to play first. Isn't that someone who's in the trophy leaderboard? Let's see. 10 trophies, not bad. Yeah, obviously I'll keep. Zibor. Who is the Oligarch? Yeah, my deck's like, yeah, I agree. A Mortify and a Dead Revel short. Obviously, you know, bombs are good too. I wouldn't hate on having just bombs in my deck, but yeah, for commons, definitely missing the Dead Revolts. For sure. Well, looks like we're both mana screwed. I like it. Fair game. I was like, why aren't they attacking? How did they know? And then I was like, oh yeah, I just have an oligarch. Jeez, that's rough. Did they mulligan? Did not. I'm getting owned so hard here. Just nothing in the graveyard, nothing in play, nothing's trading. Gonna consecrate my own inheritance. I wonder what they drew that they're fine trading now. Or maybe they decided they couldn't just keep doing what they were doing. Never block, never attack, debated, yeah. Also never draw land. Feels bad, man. Well played by me. That's the key to getting a lot of trophies. Preemptively scooping when you're not dead on boards. Or maybe they're dead on board with their hand, but that's why I can never be the trophy leader in any format. Card call seems like it might be reasonable against them. Pump spells are usually pretty good against red-green as well. Undercity Embrace might be okay. Consign the Pit might be okay. Let's see, what's kind of bad against red-green? I think Inheritance actually... I feel like Inheritance, like when your opponent plays a 2/3 flyer and you play an Inheritance, you're like fine with that. It's kind of like, you know, you're matching the pace. But when your opponent plays a 4/4 and then a 5/5 and you just play Inheritance, that's like, it's like where things start to go bad, I think. So I think Inheritance is like pretty bad against red-green. I'm gonna do Zeal and a really bad Edict. Can't wait till Hat sees PV's article title. Oh god. Am I gonna have to like make fun of PV again? You know, if I can't get more PT top 8s than PV and catch up, I need to bring him down somehow. Cards and strategies that overperformed and underperformed at the streamer event. Oh yes. The good old overperformance and underperformance. Consign is good against red-green, but it's also very expensive. I honestly kind of want to board out all the Inheritance, but I'm not sure that's correct. I kind of want a Caracal, but that doesn't make too much sense either. Maybe Edict is okay-ish. I think this is pretty reasonable. I like the cards. Maybe Officer is just bad. Maybe Officer is just the worst in person. I guess I have Wrath, so Edict's kind of nice. That's another argument you can make for Ill-Gotten Inheritance. It's kind of nice with Kaya's Wrath, actually. Jamie Topples. Testing for the first Mythic Championship. Do you know the format? Yeah, it's a tournament in Cleveland. I mean, it's not the Arena Championship. It's the tabletop one. It's Cleveland. It's standard and this draft format. It's in a few weeks. Alright, now I need to know. Yeah, Judas, the really one of the streamers, and Hero, yes. Wilderness. I was in the camp, I don't know what's going on, I haven't followed standards super closely. But I was always in the camp of like, I think this card's going to be maybe a 1 or 2 of, and it's not going to be that good, but I don't know what's going on these days. I think the initial results of this weekend go my way, but it could be like variant, so it could be that people haven't figured out exactly how to build around it or have the optimal build. That card really. Are you... Wait, I feel like it's only the cards that overperformed. Or is it a 2-part article or something? Gruel. Oh, yeah. Merfolk. Okay, so that's the underperformance. Okay. Wow, that's a good card. Should I bluff? Should I just bluff the... How alive do we want to feel right now? Alright, I'll just Edict. I could have bluffed the Blade Brand. But then they might just block because they're like, well, can't do anything about Blade Brand. Oligarch's like, I mean, looks good. Just even better than it looks. I don't like all these planes. Especially with 3 triple black spells in my deck. Looks like game's going pretty well for me. I mean, this card's obviously going to be absurd at some point. I didn't think this card would be as good as it is. I was like 4 mana, sorcery speeds, very good, but... And I even use the Consecrate part, I guess, sometimes. This game's looking pretty dunzo. Should I even use my removal on that stupid 2/2? Got 3 cards in hand. Sure, I guess I'll kill it while it's tapped. I should have not played my land. They could easily have Carnage. Mirror March. It's kind of scary. I could just lose the game. If they get lucky, basically. Is that what's going to happen? They're just going to play a 7/7 and I'm going to lose the game. At least we learned something. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, flip a coin until you lose a flip. Oh well. Brace yourselves. It's happening. Okay, Wayfinder. It's going to be kind of hard. It's going to be kind of hard to win the game with Wayfinder. You have to get very lucky. Money Drafter. That an actual the 1 viewer host. Well, thanks for the troll, or thanks for the host. Looks like they got horrendously flooded. They're dead on board, were they? I could put them down to 1, right? Thomas H. I played against Thomas H not long ago. Was it in Limited or in Constructed? They chose to play first. I'm going to mulligan. I'm going to keep top. Not a Ragdos deck. Guildgate. Let's go Guildgate. Alright, accepted. Whoops, that was bad. Loose. The goose is loose. Oh, F6 value. Nothing wrong. I might have missed out on 2 points of damage there. That's actually really tough. I was going to discard Inheritance, but then I'm starting to think if I should maybe just discard land. What are they at? 20? 20 down to 17. I have some 4s, I have some 5s. I have 2 more Inheritance in the deck too. It's going to be a longer game. I don't know, if I play Bellhunt, they're down to 3 cards. So they have like 4 cards to my none. No, they have 4 cards to my 1, but I have 3 creatures in play. So let's see, I have 13 lands I can draw. So like 40% of the time I draw a land, and then I have some 2s and some... Alright. Inheritance. Crocodile. Lou. GG. I wonder if I should just play Inheritance. Could just have Get the Point in hand. Get the Inheritance going. I don't know, it's pretty questionable. I'm missing out on a lot of damage. Oh, there's so many removal spell that could have like Grotesque, whatever it's called. Grotesque Demise, Get the Points, etc., etc. They're definitely kind of feeling the pressure. They just dead revels for 1 creature. What? They just can't beat Inheritance? They're like, well, that's it, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Just look. Am I doing it wrong? Am I the one like playing out my games and stuff? And are you supposed to just scoop? Just that fast? I mean, Sphinx was only good because we didn't see Get the Point. Looks like you might just have a pretty aggressive deck. I mean, Ragnos is usually pretty aggressive, right? Shove the Croc. I don't know, he scooped to the Croc. It's probably pretty mediocre, I agree. I'll do Vindictive Vein. Maybe I don't need Judgment. Maybe I just want more creatures. His Judgment is good. Probably a good card to have against a discard spell too. This way, like, either I need it early and I get to use it, or it just sits in my hand and I discard it to Blightning at some point. It's hard to say. He played like, what, 4 spells, 5 spells? They chose not to play first. Smart. I feel like people still choose to play first too often. They're like, oh, I'll just play first in the dark, but I think if anything, you should play second in the dark. Orator over Vamp. I kind of despise the 2/2 Soul Warden. I don't know why. I feel like it's super mediocre. The Vamp's pretty mediocre too, with all my 4-drops for sure. It's like pretty questionable. Just maybe play Enforcer first in case they have Scorch Mark, but honestly Pontiff against Red-Black it's good, but it's not like you're playing against a green deck or anything. So I don't even mind it that much. That's kind of a close call. Inheritance, I mean, they just scooped to the Inheritance last game, so maybe they'll scoop again. I think this is also better against Blightning. I just discard Lockheed and Judgment, and I have Inheritance in play. Can't believe how much you dislike. That is not timeout worthy. Can't believe how much you dislike Orator. Why would you consider a shitty 3/1 vanilla over a Grizzly Bear with free upside? That was a bit aggressive. On the more aggressive side of comments, but that's fine. I mean, the free one vanilla is also really bad. Don't get me wrong. Free-1 vanilla is also bad against the Fiend and stuff. I don't know, a Raider you just gain 1 or 2 life, but it's just, they're both really bad, and you should never play them unless you have to. I'm just saying, like, speaking of underperformer, I feel like you see a 2/2/4/2 was a Soul Warden ability, you're like, wow, that card's probably pretty decent, you know, I'll play it most of the time. And I think it's not the case. Caracal is unplayable. I mean, it's good against green decks if you're racing or stuff. It's good against, you know, if your opponent has no way to abuse like 1 toughness creatures, a 3/1/4/2 is not a bad rate. There's even formats where it wasn't like 3/1/4/2 like kind of a not premium common, but like a good common recently. I don't exactly remember. All right, given how low they are, I'm just gonna just go for it here. Just to get the extra few points of damage in, because it's going to add up, right? He said, game 1, my hand was full of Dead Revels. He said, don't think my deck can beat Inheritance. My deck is very good. Didn't draw the good part of it. Yeah. Alright, GG's. Gonna do a little reveal hand for the stream. 3/1 is a decent blocker that sometimes attacks, yeah. Like, if there's a format that's full of, like, you know, centaurs, like 3/3/4/3 or